up, Solicit Nation? It's your girl, Nikki, and I'm back with another Unsolicited Truth Reaction. Hello if you're new, welcome back if you're not. If you enjoy the content, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below so we can keep this party going. And please, guys, continue to watch the ads, continue to hit the thanks button, and continue to subscribe because all of that helps me continue to do this for you full time. Now, with that being said, I'm getting straight into this him in real life. Talking to my dad for the first time in 10 years, emotional. Woo! I can relate to this one personally, so let's see how this goes. Let's get straight to the video.
I've been with me through a lot. You've been with me through the breakup, seeing my lows and my highs and everything. And today's gonna be a very interesting day. As a lot of you guys know, I was raised by a single mom. My father, he's Jamaican. He wasn't in my life much at all, and never really talked too much about it. I mean, besides just that. Today I'm gonna talk to him. It's been 10 years since I've actually spoken to him, since I've actually talked to him like on the phone. It's been a while. And this isn't just random. So like, I have WhatsApp, and WhatsApp is like an international communication app. And I would be getting like all of these the Jamaicans will do this. They'll send stuff like this to your phone every morning. And I didn't know the number. Like, I just, you know, and I have a lot of Jamaican friends that'll send that. Parents of friends that I have in Jamaica, it's usually their parents that'll send stuff like this, like Happy Friday, wishing your day is filled with beauty, like just the kind of corny, little tacky stuff or whatever, right? And I never had the number saved. Most of the messages were always kind of like blurred out because on WhatsApp, if you don't have the contact saved, it's just blurred out. And my sister hit me up and was like, yo, Dad contacted me. And I just like, what? She said he's been trying to contact you. Immediately registers like maybe this was what it was. But I opened it up and I found out it is actually him. And I scheduled a call with him. This is gonna, like I said, it's gonna be the first time that I've talked to my dad. This is what he looks like. So it's gonna be the first time I've talked to him, and for as long as I can remember. It's a big day. So my dad had got deported a long time ago. I was a little kid. And what deported means is essentially he was living in America. Because he's Jamaican, but he was living in America and did some dumb stuff. He was like big in the dope game and stuff like that. And he got deported and sent back. So that's not really like the reason he wasn't in my life, because even when he was living in America, him and my mom, you know, he was running the streets, just doing what fathers do sometimes. I know a lot of y'all watching know exactly what I'm saying. Just, yeah, the last time I saw him was in Jamaica. I think it was in like 2013. We went to visit him. I've never held like any ill will or bad energy towards him. You know, I used to think it was like kind of my mom's fault growing up. I didn't hold it against her, but I didn't think, I guess just having a childish mentality, like why would my dad not want to be around? You know what I'm saying?
I never blame my mom. I never blame my mom, but I was never angry at my dad because my mom got me in therapy when I was really young. And, you know, therapy helped me process and deal with my father's rejection in a way that I think, you know, a lot of children are not afforded just because, you know, they don't go to therapy or their parents may not believe in therapy or whatever the case, or nobody even thinks to do this. But, you know, my therapist humanized my father. And though I still missed him as a parent, I was able to forgive him as a human. You know what I mean? And that was something that my mother also never allowed us to talk bad about my father. She never talked bad about my father in front of me. Like, that wasn't a thing that happened. So for me, I never held any ill will, always wished the best for him, no anger towards him. But I did for a while want to know why he couldn't be a present parent. But eventually I got over that, and now I just, you know, I hope he stays happy and healthy. That's all I ask for him. You know what I mean?
Maybe it's just because you say you don't want him around, which, you know, it got to the point where she ended up having enough and she didn't want him around. So it was like, oh, well, you don't want him around. And of course he wants to be here, you know? But yeah, the last time I saw him was in Jamaica, and, you know, he was doing really bad. I don't remember too much about it, just like being happy to see him, but then seeing like his living situation, and it was like it's pretty terrible. I remember when we were walking to like this corner store, and he had asked me to buy him some deodorant. That goes to show like what type of situation he was in financially and stuff.
Oh God, and to see your parent
at the time, I didn't have no money, nothing like that. Haven't really spoken to him since, because that whole trip ended badly. Him and my mom got into this big argument, and he left us stranded. Like, I think he had taken her passport. He had her passport with her or something. And I told my mom, like, I'm sorry if I forever blaming you for you and my dad not working out.
He had to see firsthand
you
who
feel
his father
guilty
was.
for making the decision because, we were only together for a few hours, and it's kind of like he showed his true colors. And I'm not trying to paint him out to be a bad person, man. We all live life to learn, you know, and some people just make mistakes. You end up paying for the mistakes, and that is what it is. That's what happens. But that was the last time that I saw him, and he after then never felt. When I think about my father, I don't really think anything positive, and I don't think anything negative. You know, I just hope he's okay. I'm not gonna lie, I am pretty nervous to get on this video call with him. I told him,
and a video call at that.
Just a quick backstory.
When I reconnected with my father, it had been after, let me see, 16 years, and I came home from work one day, and my mom had called him on the phone. And by this time I was in the military and everything. My mom had called him on the phone, and we sat and we talked. And we talked for a good while, you know. He spent most of the conversation apologizing, and I was just like, dude, I forgive you. I've forgiven you long before you asked for the forgiveness. I said, just make me, just make me this one promise. I said, just stop apologizing and just be there. And for a little bit, he was, and then he went back into his shell, and that's where he remains, and I haven't heard from him since. So, you know, it just, I'm grateful for that time that call that I did get to have with him and that reconnection, and I'm certain that he was grateful that he could apologize for not being a present parent. But I can imagine what the nervousness felt like, because I was nervous when I first picked up the phone, but when I heard his voice, it was like I went back to being that little girl again, and it was like so comfortable talking to him. But yeah, it just, I think the time had eroded the both of us in a way that we couldn't connect and make it sustainable. So even though it was good to hear from him, and I'm glad that I was able to, you know, speak to him as an adult, like, I had no real desire to keep or maintain that relationship, and I think he felt that, and so he didn't put the effort in either. So I just say that to say, like, I get where Josh is coming from. Matter of fact, it was literally almost like this exact same scenario. Only difference was it was a phone call instead of a video call, and I walked in from work, and my mom had him on the phone and just handed the phone to me. She was just like, I got a surprise for you. And then she handed the phone to me, and she was looking like she was like with, you know, she was just looking at me, anticipating, like, when I realized it was him, and she looked like, oh my God. Like, I felt like the moment meant more for her. It's crazy, you know. I don't know if it was that Aquarius in me just protecting me from the feelings in that moment, but it felt like it meant more for her than it did for me. So I wanted to, because I didn't need to stay on the phone with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know that sounds terrible, but I really stayed on the phone for her, because she was just like watching me, like, like, you know. So yeah. But I get where Josh is coming from. I understand his nervousness.
Now, it was him. I texted him and said, I didn't know that this was you. I'm going to save your number. And he asked if he could say something to the kids. So he sent a voice note, and I played it for the kids. And I let Harmony and Cairo say something back. And yeah, that's about it. But I'm about to call him up. I'm going to call him here on WhatsApp. And I don't know. I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous. This is crazy. I feel like a little boy.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm going to get emotional, because I'm not, you know.
I didn't. You know what? Me neither. And I did not. I did not get emotional. I feel like my dad was about to in the beginning when he heard my voice, because, you know, he sounded the same to me. But I was a grown-up now. I was a grown woman. So my voice was nothing like what he remembered. And he kind of started to choke up in the beginning. And that's when he was like apologizing profusely. And I kind of just stopped him. I surprisingly had very little emotional attachment to the moment as it was happening. I think it meant more to me after I got off the phone with him. But as it was happening, I was just kind of like more or less having an outer body experience.
Person. And I know I don't have to tell y'all this, but don't judge him. I'm sure he's a great person at heart who just made some mistakes, and he's not living the best life out there. I mean, I don't even have to talk to him to know, because I know what it's like living in Jamaica and that third world type of poverty. It's a struggle and it's hard every day. It's just survival mode. It just depends. Like, I might not even show the video, like, because of his situation doesn't look, you know.
Yeah, I understand that. You want to
presentable enough. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, you want to protect his privacy.
We'll see.
Hello?
Hello?
You.
Yo, what's up? You don't got a video call?
Yeah. All right.
What's up?
Man, real mature thing.
Yeah.
So what, man?
How are you? How you doing? Like,
I am above the earth.
yes, sir. Mom told me that you used to make furniture and things like that. Are you doing that?
Yeah, I'm still doing it.
Okay.
I'm still doing it.
Okay.
I have some black business to make buildings.
Yeah.
I'm doing that too, you know. Plus some other little things, you know.
Yeah,
Well, the
so
things are there.
They're not here. They're with Zasha right now.
Oh, they're with their mommy.
Yeah.
And so nice the other day when that voice, when we hear them voice, hello, I was like, wow.
You know, whenever you were sending me all those messages, I didn't know it was you. I was getting all the messages.
I feel like he almost got emotional in that moment. Just like, oh God, like hearing his father talk so lovingly about his kids, his grandchildren. The way he looked off, it looked like he almost got emotional.
And I didn't know it was you until Nat. She said, oh, I talked to Dad today, and he's been trying to contact you. And I just thought it was some other like Jamaican friends or something like that was sending me the messages. So then I noticed it was you, but it's nothing. It was nothing personal.
I'm not sending all the messages, man. Always, every morning as I work, I send to you, your sister, your two sisters. You know, I always do that, man.
Yeah.
There's not one day ever come across where I don't remember the item, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you're real mature up now, man. Very.
Yeah.
What mommy there? Still in Florida?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mom still lives in Florida.
Okay.
Yeah.
Grandma okay?
Yeah, she's good. She had a cancer scare, you know, but she's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was nothing personal, you know, where I was ignoring messages and I didn't know. I don't harbor any hate or any ill will towards you, man. Like, I really don't. You know what I'm saying? I've grown into the man that I am, good and bad. You know what I'm saying?
That's
for you, through you. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I've learned, like how to be as a father, how not to be, how to love my kids, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've learned a lot through you. You know what I'm saying?
I get what Josh is saying, especially that piece about how not to be. Like, he's saying that good or bad, the man that I am and the type of father that I am is due to the nature of our relationship, you know? And because I look at my big brother and his relationship with his father, not that great, you know? I don't even know if they're on speaking terms right now. But the way that he loves on CJ, the way he loves on my nephew, is proof that you don't necessarily have to have a good parent to be a good parent. Like, you can just decide that you want different from your child based on how you were raised and what you weren't given, you know, and what you felt like you needed. And I love that, you know, he's affectionate with CJ in a way that, you know, he never really got from his mom or his dad, you know what I'm saying? And then he's affectionate, or he's also, you know, stern with him, but not to the point of beating him down. Like, he's a good dad. And I feel like I get what Josh is saying, like, you know, good or bad, the things that I learned from you through your absence, right? And when you were there, is like, I still applied it in different ways to make me a better version of a father. You know what I mean? So I did. Even
with the fact that you just weren't there, you know what I'm saying? I learned a lot because of you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you wasn't there, my nigga. For real.
Yeah. So, yeah, going with the music thing though.
Music's good.
He's like, yeah, right.
The music's good. Look, I was actually working on this beat right here. So yeah, I made that beat.
You adding all these instruments on your own. You do everything for yourself.
Yeah.
I get like almost 2 LP right now.
Oh yeah.
I'm producing too, man. I have almost 2 albums right now. Never send somebody.
Wow. So he gets his music from his dad?
Yeah, man.
So there's a question that I've always wanted to ask you. Do you have any regrets?
If I have any what?
Any regrets? Do you regret anything?
Yeah. Regret don't being around you and your sisters them. I regret that, man. All that ever happened, I don't know, man. But it do happen. That's my regret, not being around you guys. The other one that I regret that night when it came to Portland, man, and I drove away, I was stupid, bro. I shouldn't have done that. I regret that, man, a lot, bro, because you will keep calling me, come and get me, Dad. Come back. And I never did, man. And, you know, I just want to apologize to you, I regret that. I do, man,
I appreciate that.
Good on him. Good on his father for being able to say that. I acknowledge that when my father said it. My father did it without me prompting him. Like, it seemed like Josh had to pull that out of him. He had to ask the question. For me, as soon as I got on the phone and my dad asked me how I was doing and he asked me about some of the things I had done with my life and he heard about some of my accomplishments, he first of all said immediately, he was like, that's all your mom. He said, all that smart, all that intelligence, he said, you get that from her. My dad is extremely intelligent, but he understands. I get what he was saying. He meant not just like my intellectual smarts, but like my wisdom, which I know for certain I get from my mom, inherited from my mom. And then he immediately just started apologizing for not being there, and not being a better parent. And I let him talk for a little bit because I felt like he had to get it out. But then after I told him I forgave him, we would go into the conversation, and he apologized again, and then he did it like several more times, and I was like, okay. I said, I get it. You're sorry. I didn't want us to stay in that cycle of apology, because I didn't want that to become the new nexus or the new, origin story of our relationship moving forward. I was like, nah, man, I don't want you to be apologetic now. I just want you to be better. So maybe I should have let his ass keep apologizing. Maybe he'd still be here. I'm sorry, that sounded bitter. I promise you I'm not. I promise I'm not.
Because I should
keeping it real.
Consider and think about it. But I do love your mom. And that's love turning you a fool all the time, Remember me telling you that, Don't love nobody more than yourself. Because when you love yourself, then you consider another person, And I was kind of like, in myself, just drove away like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I do apologize, bro. It took me a while to realize what I did was wrong. Mm-hmm. Trust me.
That ego.
Anytime you want to talk, anytime you want to see the kids, anytime you want to hear their voices, I would like for them to get to know you, to meet you, you know what I'm saying, to see you.
I cried the other day, tears run from my eyes when I heard your voice on the phone, tears run out of my eye, man.
Wow.
I love you for that. That's why I said I would mind seeing you to give you all right now. Because you let me talk to my grandchildren, which come through you. You understand? Yeah. And that is good. That is great, man. To talk to you one-on-one for your forgiveness.
Wow.
Because I truly love you, man.
Don't tear me.
And I still love your mother. Tell your mommy that. Okay? You must tell her that. You said he love you, Mom.
All right, I'll tell her.
Yeah.
She's been through a lot, and it's tough. It's tough to see. It's tough to see her lonely.
I know.
I think that's my biggest thing, is because that's nothing that I could help her with. I like to, help her as much as I can, but I can't help her with that. She's just lonely, and that's the biggest thing. I feel helpless because of it, but that's just something I gotta deal with. But it is what it is. I'm gonna get off.
This
here.
is such a good conversation.
I'll talk to you later,
y'all.
though.
I'm low-key.
Later
I'm so happy for Josh and his father, man.
Okay. All right. Give me a call later, man.
All right.
All right, my son. Love you.
Love you.
Wow. Oh gosh. I get it.
I'm not gonna lie, that was a roller coaster.
Woo, child. I had to get myself together, yo. I was starting to get emotional. But this was a good video. I would have loved to see from Natalie's perspective, from a daughter to a father, what that conversation was like. But I know, just like Josh did, they held him accountable, which was important. But he held himself accountable, and he apologized. And I think, and he was honest, you know, and I think that is a great stepping stone for them moving forward. And I hope they are able to maintain their communication. And it would be dope for him to see his grandkids in person. You know what I mean? Maybe they can take a trip to Jamaica, all the siblings with their significant others and the babies, and go out there, you know, and see them. So I don't know, but I'm happy for all of them. I am happy for the Odells, and yeah, I hope that they can repair this relationship with their father, for real. It's, man, woo, it can fill a hole, I'm telling you. All right, Solicit Nation, if you guys enjoyed this reaction as much as I did, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Don't be afraid to share. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you can be notified every single time I upload. And if you've been here before, then you already know I gotta hit y'all with the deuces.